Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Tobago, the program where we keep you informed about the plans and initiatives of the Tobago House of Assembly and the impact that these have on you. I'm Colleen Holder, and today we're coming to you from the historic Arnos Vale Hotel. In our stories this week, Tobago takes steps to increase its financial market rating in the economy sector, while the Chamber looks at a debt restructuring plan for the island's economy. Opening of a factory shell at COVE spells big business for Tobago manufacturers. More fireworks as Tobago celebrates Republic Day with flair. A professor, a lecturer and a screenwriter inducted into the Literary Hall of Fame. And Secondary School Film Festival winner Roxborough Secondary tells of their harsh reality with showbiz as they try their hand at filmmaking.
The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports present Tobago Science Expo 2012 at the Cats and Jammers Pan Theatre in Blackrock from 3rd to the 5th October, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be school displays. Live entertainment includes Chucky.
From you no tired of worrying, Science Expo just is coming.
Ziggy.
Tobago are coming.
Woo! Play parks and bouncy castles for the young ones, plus free giveaway. See who will walk away with the coveted Chief Secretary Award for Excellence in Science. The Tobago Science Expo 2012. Cats and Jammers Pan Theatre, Blackrock, October 3rd to the 5th from 9 a.m. See you there.
Tobago! The Dwight York Stadium is the place to be on October 17th and 18th for the annual World Food Day. Come and see who will be crowned Farm Queen on October 17th. On October 18th, the goats are at the starting mark and all set to race. Farmers, there'll be prizes for the best livestock, food crop and wildlife. Daily competitions for children. Look out for the local delicacies, exhibition booths and various home gardening displays. See 2 Jamaican dancehall artists share the stage with several of our local acts. The annual World Food Day, Dwight York Stadium, October 17th and 18th, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Don't you dare miss it.
The Tobago House of Assembly has met with international credit rating agency Moody's in a bid to increase its rating in the financial market. According to Finance Secretary Dr. Anselm Nandan, this is an important step for Tobago as it moves forward with its prospects of entering the capital markets.
What is particularly good about this is that Tobago is the first sub-sovereign territory in all of the Caribbean to ever seek a rating in international capital markets. We hope to get the results of the rating soon, but I think it's an important step for this island in terms of establishing its standing in financial markets. There are also benefits to us in the sense that things that you need to shape up on, you'll get advice in that regard. But what is good about it is that it provides a barometer by which others can judge us and help us to improve our performance, particularly as the Assembly goes forward and want to issue bonds or other types of securities.
It's the first eco-industrial park to be constructed in the Caribbean, and already light manufacturing businesses have taken orders from far away as Africa. This is according to the chairman of the COVE Eco and Industrial Business Park, Neil Wilson. Omadara Mills reports on the commissioning of the park's first factory shell.
With $150 million put into the construction of the COVE Eco and Industrial Business Park over the years, the first factory shell is ready for environmentally friendly light manufacturing business. Chairman of EDICOT, Neil Wilson, revealed that one business has already received orders for doors from clients in Africa.
COVE Door Manufacturing Company Limited, who will manufacture wooden doors both for local and foreign use. They are receiving orders from the United States and as far off as Africa.
Chairman of EDICOT, Neil Wilson, also highlighted other services which have already started operations.
Already, the multi-million-dollar TNTech generating plant is operating from the park, and the billion-dollar natural gas facility constructed by the National Gas Company is almost complete.
With the construction of buildings, there needs to be human personnel maintaining the basic operations of the park. Chief Secretary of London gave details on this part of the process.
We have completed negotiations with National Gas so that they're now training more Tobagonians to get involved in the maintenance aspect of that particular plant.
It is regarded as a new frontier in the diversification of Tobago's economy. As such, Chief Secretary London mentioned some other plans for the future development of the eco-industrial park.
We have already sent out RFPs for companies to give us their proposals as to whether we should set up an industrial port, whether we should in fact set up a cruise ship port, or whether we should have something combined if that is possible.
I am Umadara Mills for the Department of Information.
The Tobago Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce has a debt restructuring plan for Tobago's economy. This was revealed by Chairman David Wong at a networking event between small business owners and the Tobago Division of the Chamber. Omadara Mills has highlights of the event which provided the opportunity for entrepreneurs to strengthen their businesses.
In light of the island's struggling economy, Chairman of the Tobago Division of the Chamber, David Wong, gave details on his board's debt restructuring plan for Tobago businesses at the Chamber New networking event.
Under the leadership of the immediate past chairman, Ms. Vernie Shield, the Chamber formulated a debt restructuring plan for the island, which was presented at several meetings with the Tobago House of Assembly, the Bankers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and the Ministry of Finance. This plan was finally approved, and the division continues our work to ensure implementation of this plan for the benefit of the private sector of Tobago.
In an effort to respond to the island's financial decline, Secretary of Finance Dr. Anselm London stressed on the importance of persons in the business community coming together and collaborating for the growth of Tobago's economy.
You are in a market where you trade goods. You may be suppliers, distributors, makers of things, distributors of things. If you don't integrate, you don't join forces in Tobago, form trade associations, and I'll say something very briefly about that, you're going through.
Founded in 1879, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce now has over 600 members. Senior Vice President of the Chamber, Dane Dabasi, stated that the organization provides benefits which include referrals, networking, and links with international businesses.
And for these members, we offer opportunities to build international relationships and expand their regional and even global reach.
The networking event between small business owners and the Chamber ended with a question and answer session.
A lot of us start and get into business without any bucket. I want to know if the collaboration with the department and the chamber, if you all can become that big brother or friend.
What it is that really takes there is people now building confidence in you. It is a part of all of us in business.
I am Umudara Mills for the Department of Information.
Roxborough is fast becoming synonymous with Republic Day celebrations in Tobago. Apart from the Republic Day cultural show and fireworks which attract persons nationwide, the village also hosted the 4th annual Republic Day Regatta. Sophie Guillaume takes a look at the day's activities at Roxborough.
When it comes to Republic Day, Tobagonians' focus shifts to Roxborough, more significantly the Prince Bay Jetty, where a large number of persons gather to take in the races, featuring powerboats and pirogues from both Trinidad and Tobago. And who could resist the welcoming call of the enticing beach? After soaking up some sea and sun, it's off to the Sidgray Stadium for the cultural show, featuring a cross-section of performers, such as Matrix the Band, Music Amateurs, Kay Allen, and Nadia Batson and Sass.
Ladies and gentlemen, all that we have achieved in this republic, on this very beautiful island that we call Tobago, is worthy of celebration. And so tonight we are here in celebration of all the achievements, and more so of the contribution, the strides that we would have made towards the development of this very beautiful space. Celebrate good times. Come on, put your hands together. Get up your feet in the sky. We're celebrating. Citizens of the Republic. Come on. Say there's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the year.
Sophie Guillaume, Department of Information.
You can now send us your comments to information@tha.gov.tt or visit us at www.tha.gov.tt and see the bottom of your screen for more contact details. We take a short break, but when we return, we hear of 3 Tobagonians who are inducted into the Literary Hall of Fame.
The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports present Tobago Science Expo 2012 at the Cats and Jammers Pan Theatre in Blackrock from 3rd to the 5th October, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be school displays. Live entertainment includes Chucky.
From you no tired of worrying, Science Expo Chucky coming.
Ziggy.
Tobago are coming.
Woo! Play parks and bouncy castles for the young ones, plus free giveaway. See who will walk away with the coveted Chief Secretary Award for Excellence in Science. The Tobago Science Expo 2012. Cats and Jammers Pan Theatre, Blackrock, October 3rd to the 5th from 9 a.m. See you there.
Tobago, Tobago! The Dwight York Stadium is the place to be on October 17th and 18th for the annual World Food Day. Come and see who will be crowned Farm Queen on October 17th. On October 18th, the goats are at the starting mark and all set to race. Farmers, there'll be prizes for the best livestock, food crop and wildlife. Daily competitions for children. Look out for the local delicacies, exhibition booths and various home gardening displays. See 2 Jamaican dancehall artists share the stage with several of our local acts. The annual World Food Day, Dwight York Stadium, October 17th and 18th, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Don't you dare miss it.
Welcome back. What do Dr. Maureen Warner-Lewis, Dr. Hollis Lynch and Horace Wilson all have in common? Well, they were the first 3 Tobagonians to be inducted into the Literary Hall of Fame on the island. They were honored at the closing ceremony of the 2nd Annual Tobago Word Festival 2012, which ran from September 13th to the 22nd. The Tobago Word Festival was nurtured out of a commitment by a body of organizations supported by the THA in an effort to encourage reading and literacy, as well as to promote literary tourism in Tobago. Davia Chambers has more in this report.
It is with pleasure and pride that I formally induct you into the Tobago Literary Hall of Fame.
The induction of the honorees was done by the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, the Honourable Orville London. 3 of Tobago's sons and daughter, who have risen to local, national, regional and international prominence in the literary industry, were recognized and honored for their outstanding contributions. Dr. Hollis Lynch, who is a lecturer in African and American Studies, Dr. Maureen Warner-Lewis, retired professor of African Caribbean language and has many publications, Trinidad Yoruba, From Mother Tongue to Memory, among others, and Mr. Horace Wilson, famous screenwriter and producer. He was the writer of 2 groundbreaking series in the country, Turn of the Tide and No Boundaries. But that was not all the awardees of the evening. This particular award was not revealed until the actual evening of the event. The special award was given to Mrs. Mulder Archie, former extraordinary teacher who had a career spanning 38 years of service. Her students included past CARICOM Secretary General Edwin Carrington. As great as they are in regards to the literary work they have done, the honorees humbly took the opportunity to say thanks to those who have assisted them along the way to success, and they expressed their gratitude to the Tobago Word Festival.
I want to thank further the Tobago Literary Hall of Fame for bestowing upon me this great honor.
I am very proud to be associated with such an enlightened crucible of knowledge as Tobago has been.
I'd like to thank the Empowerment Foundation of Tobago, the Tobago Writers Guild, and Jegna Education and Learning Services for this signal honor tonight. It was something I'll treasure for the rest of my life, I assure you.
The awardees have indeed made Tobago proud, and the Chief Secretary in his address uttered those words as he was pleased of the contribution that the mature achievers have made to the island.
Because it takes a lot of courage and a lot of commitment to do what they've been doing over these years. But I think more so for giving us this opportunity to appreciate and to take pride in and to be inspired by the achievements of these outstanding Tobagonians.
To the Word Festival organization, Mr. London said he wants the group to see themselves as partners in the growth process of Tobago, especially as they deal with literature.
And it is in that context that I want to reiterate my invitation to the members of these organizations to come and chat with us, come and advise us, come and criticize us. We are willing to collaborate with you.
The festival is intended to develop the skill of writing among Tobagonians and to recognize the distinguished writers of Tobago. For the Department of Information, I'm Davia Chambers.
Independence Day in Trinidad and Tobago is long gone, but the commemoration of the 50th anniversary has not yet ended in Tobago. This was clear to see as last Friday, 42 schools took to the streets of Scarborough for the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sports, Children's Rally, Street Parade and Cultural Show.
From tots to teenagers, they were all in sync with the theme of the rally and street parade, Proud to be 50, as they were all dressed in the national colors, depicting various aspects of the Trinbagonian culture. And even though most who were involved in the parade were not born when the country became independent, they inherited the values of an independent nation. Assistant Secretary in the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport, Councillor Huey Cadet, told the students that the Tobago House of Assembly will ensure that they maintain those values.
As adults and as the Tobago House of Assembly, we have recognized, just in the same way we have a responsibility to ensure that inheritance and that facilitation that allows our young people to currently grow as they inherit a 50th Trinidad and Tobago is the responsibility of this Tobago House of Assembly. And we will continue in the Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport and in this administration to do all that is necessary to ensure that our young people and our children and our students continue to have those values and those ideas that will ensure that they grow up in a developing Tobago.
Mr. Cadet challenged the students to recognize the responsibility they have to continue to build this great nation. Meantime, Secretary in the division, Whitney Alfred, suggested to the youth what they should do to develop the country.
At a youth rally in Port of Spain, Queen's Park Oval, our first Prime Minister, the late Dr. Eric Williams, told the children of our nation that they carry the future of our nation in their school bags. Today, I wish to tell you that you carry the future of our nation, Trinidad and Tobago, in your school bags and in your laptops. With respect to your future as young people, I wish to suggest that you carry your future in your heart and in your head.
Chief Secretary Honorable Orville London, who was blown away by the parade, said that the focus is on educating, motivating and sensitizing people on what independence really means, which is exercising self-government. He also added that the program offered an opportunity for our heritage, heroes and icons to be appreciated.
I think that this that has happened today is a catalyst for us as we go forward and continue to motivate and sensitize and educate you all about Independence Day. And I have been so impressed by what I have seen and believe that something like this has the potential for so much impact that I'm saying that it should not end today, and I therefore have instructed the information unit that they should make copies of the tapes of today's proceedings available to every school in Tobago so that you could, in the comfort of your schools, be able to see what has transpired.
From a portrayal of the Mariah old-time wedding to the playing of the national instrument, the steel pan, the day culminated with cultural presentations. Here's a look at some of the acts.
We're not too small to understand that all of we have a part to play to build we land. This is no time to skin array and waste precious time. School is serious business. It's no time to lie. Every creed and race has an equal place. So let's work together.
Baba, I want you to know that your wife, Petronella, is of quadruped class. When coming to cook, she's delectable.
For the Department of Information, I'm Davia Chambers.
HIV/AIDS is being treated, but prevention is on the decline. This was the stark warning from THA Chief Secretary Orville London at the annual AIDS Walk put on by FOTUS, the Friends of the Tobago AIDS Society. The walk started at the Dwight York Stadium and ended at Store Bay, where participants were entertained by soca star Kez. Sophie Guillaume has more in this report.
5 a.m. The sun hasn't peeped out yet, but the participants were well set for their long trek ahead. Gathered at the Dwight York Stadium, they stretched in preparation for their journey. And then they were off. While there was a typical runners and walkers, there was also cyclists and bikers. Through the streets of Scarborough along the highway, some showing more strength than others, they made their way to Fortune Chinese Restaurant on Lower Milford Road. Wait, is that the Chief Secretary on a bike? Yep, but it was only for the benefit of the cameras. He did, however, partake in the walk as he usually does, accompanied by Health Secretary Claudia Groom-Duke and Assistant Education Secretary Huey Cadet. It wasn't long before they all were at Store Bay for some more stretching as they cooled down. Chief Secretary Orville London noted that while Tobago has been making strides with treatment, he was fearful that persons were getting too complacent with prevention.
My information is that people are beginning to relax as more and more people recognize that AIDS might be no longer a death threat. They are treating AIDS like the common cold and are going to get fixed. I want us to recognize that we have to be even more vigilant now, and each of us has a responsibility to treat with HIV/AIDS with the same level of concern that we'd have done when it was in fact a death sentence.
Soca star Kes dedicated his performance of Lion to those fighting for and with the disease.
All we need is love to grow for the dream, for your life, for your soul. Let your power unfold, and I'm done with yesterday. And I'm sure I will find my way. Life, it keeps moving on. So I got to seize this moment, and I won't be afraid, 'cause I am a lion, yes I'm a fighter. For my book, yes I'll be the writer. Blaze up your fire, miss your raise your lighter, yeah. Brighter, come again.
Showing they still had energy, the crowd joined Kes as he led them in a Republic Day celebration.
Join the team, Join this mission, Twin Island, one nation, yeah, courage, inspiration you can reach. You see the rag when you spin it like that, send me one. Watch it, passion and energy. We want the whole world to see. Show me determination. You got it, you have it. Show the world. Show the. Start the jump up, sing world. Jump, 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 jump. Show me. We are the road ahead. Yeah, this is who I am. I'll show you where to go. The only.
Sophie Guillaume, Department of Information.
With a continuously changing script, a non-existent budget and absent actors, how did the Roxborough Secondary School claim 5 awards, including Best Overall Film at the 2012 Secondary Schools Film Festival competition? Well, Omadara Mills met up with the cast and crew and got the details of their first filmmaking experience.
Then the fourth one got called and we win that. And then we win the next one, and we win the next one, and we win the next one. And finally, we win the biggest, we bring it for the overall film. And that was exciting.
Their 5-minute short film entitled This How We Own won them awards which included Best Cultural Film, Best Original Music and the Tobago Award. But behind the awards came several script changes. Scriptwriter Daniel Francis explained.
And the first script we wrote, we didn't do that first script. We had to change everything because how I didn't come for the filming, we had to change it wrong and fit in different things so the whole script got rearranged.
Challenges included a lack of committed actors and no budget. Drama teacher and film supervisor Garnet Lawrence revealed how he dealt with some of these challenges.
We did the shooting in school and also the cocoa patch opposite the school as well. That was where the most of the scenes. We also had a scene by the shop and Pablo Supermarket, who we are grateful for letting us use a supermarket for one of the shots. The challenges in terms of budget, well, there was no budget. I know how to make do with whatever we have. When we were hungry, went and we picked Pomeroy out the road. If we get hungrier, eat some cocoa. Other than that, that was what we did for the entire time. Brought 1 or 2 snacks and shared by solo, and that's all we could have done.
And the award for Best Actress goes to Lauren Scotland. This third-form student spoke of her first-time film acting experience.
Well, it started out when some of the students didn't come to the sessions when we had to film. So was like everything was all on me. So I had to act most of their parts.
35 schools in the country, including 4 from Tobago, participated in the 8th annual Secondary Schools Film Festival competition. With Roxborough Secondary School's success, persons from that school shared how they felt about winning 5 out of the 14 film awards.
Well, I am extremely elated. When I got the news that Roxborough Secondary School was the overall winner, I smiled from ear to ear. I really am extremely proud.
I feel great about my school because it is the first time Roxborough Secondary School I've ever achieved something in the film festival, and next year, God spare life, we will take the trophy again.
I am Omadara Mills for the Department of Information.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. I'm Colleen Holder, and on behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, we leave you now with highlights from the Republic Day celebrations in Roxborough.